Hi everyone, I'm back today for my second vlog of the week, and for this vlog I will be talking about Angels in America, episode number 5. So to start for today's vlog, I wanted to get into something I've been noticing throughout the beginning episodes, but I really noticed it heavily in episode number 5, and it was how these episodes are very religious based. Obviously, this is something you can see throughout all the episodes, but this is something I really caught on. And it was kind of weird because this whole series is about like the AIDS epidemic. Religion and that doesn't really mix well. So it's kind of interesting to see these two play out at the same time, but totally two separate worlds. Like they talk a lot about God and obviously being Mormon, and it's all about angels and the prophecy and the Bible. But then you have people who are dying of AIDS and men hooking up with each other. And so it's just really weird to see these two worlds collide, and that's something I saw very heavily in this episode. So my main focus for this vlog was, it's going to be about the Roy and Joe scene of this episode where Joe goes to visit Roy in the hospital. So in the beginning of the series, we saw Roy was telling Joe to take the new job, divorce Harper, go get this new job, live his life, whatever, he's young. And this was Roy pushing him. And we also kind of saw more of like a sexual tension between them. There was a lot of touchy-feely from Roy onto Joe. And then we found out that Roy was also homosexual. So it was interesting to see how that played out. But now fast forward to episode 5, and Roy is screaming at Joe in the hospital room to stay with Harper no matter what, or else he's going to regret it. And he's giving Joe his blessing because Joe's father never did. So now we're seeing Roy kind of act as the father figure. And this is really interesting to me just because that drastically changed as soon as Roy got AIDS. And so this is where I'm kind of trying to articulate what's going on here. And I'm either seeing this as he's warning Joe because he got AIDS, so he's kind of warning Joe, maybe you should stay heterosexual with your wife, play it safe. Or this is Roy being insecure in himself. He's trying to become more traditional now that he knows he's dying of AIDS. He's trying to kind of layer back and have those more traditional views. So it's interesting to see how Roy's whole persona has flipped once he got AIDS. So one other thing I wanted to touch on was Harper's character in this show. This whole time we've kind of seen Harper as an outcast, and I think we really saw this in this episode. She kind of doesn't really fit in anywhere. And Joe's mom even kind of said it in the beginning. She was like, "You shouldn't be here. Like, you can't be here." So I'm trying to figure out why or how Harper's character kind of plays into all this. Obviously, it's the thing that has been holding Joe back since the beginning. But I feel like everything Joe does to Harper or to help her is out of pity. I don't think he genuinely cares about Harper or what she does. And so it's interesting to see, like, even in the scene where they're having sex, and after he admits that he was closing his eyes and picturing men, and then when he looks at her, he sees nothing. And I think that just kind of shows how back he was during the actual relationship. He's now letting everything loose, but that's causing Harper to feel super displaced. And so it's kind of weird to see Joe out here blossoming, being his true self, and then that also causes Harper to lose herself. And so it's weird seeing these characters who were so close, married, loved each other, going two separate directions. And I'm hoping by the end of this series we see Harper kind of settling down, maybe finding her little niche and something that she can actually do with her life. Because right now she seems very displaced. And then to make my comment on another classmate's video, I wanted to respond to Erica Lee's vlog number 7. She actually vlogged about Angels in America on her Tuesday vlog. And I just want to touch on one thing she says, or her main focus during her vlog was about Lewis and Belize meeting, and how she touches on how Belize kind of looked to Roy as what America is. And I think she's right, because Roy started off as this really wealthy lawyer in New York, straight white man, and then we learn he's gay and he has AIDS. And that was kind of the downfall of New York at that time, and that did show America, but America didn't necessarily pay attention. But for the characters and in the series, that was their America and that was their world. So it's really interesting to me that she kind of touched on that point, because that is something that I didn't really look too deep into. And I think she offers some really interesting points in her vlog.